Like what? Like what? Ask me to leave again? I think you'll find trespass is a civil matter. Yes, guys. Hi, hello. Here we go again. And we are in Lee Green. Some sort of police training. Oh, just thought, sort my body worn out. Bit of an industrial estate. Never been here before, don't know what's here.
Welcome back. In today's video, we're at a police training facility in Lee Green. A place like this should represent professionalism at its best, but what unfolds here shows the opposite. What begins as a routine observation quickly turns into something far more concerning. A completely lawful activity sets off a rapid collapse in proper conduct, revealing how far standards can slip. This situation highlights an important point. Poor judgment and personal pride can create more problems than deliberate wrongdoing. Let's take a closer look and see whether they live up to the standards they are meant to uphold.
You are? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Tell me. I'm not taking photos. Taking a video. You are? I need to what? You what? Which one's your car? Is it? Sorry I made you blush.
It must be in your 40s, this is embarrassment.
Yeah?
Little kids do that one, stop them.
Do they? Oh. Tell you what is embarrassing. You. So which one's yours?
This is where the initial approach begins. Pay attention to how the officer immediately brings up the man's car. This isn't casual conversation. It's an attempt to gather information. The goal here is to connect a person to a vehicle without relying on any formal authority. Those familiar with these situations will recognize the tactic straight away. If there were a legitimate legal basis to require that information, there would be no need to ask about as many in the first place.
Taking pictures. Is that right? Oh yeah. Just photography, yeah, in general. Just photography in general. Do you know what? If I see a caterpillar, I'll take a picture of it. If I see police cars, I'll take pictures of them. Happy days.
The Auditor breaks it down clearly. In the UK, taking photos in public usually doesn't require any specific justification. It's a right in itself. While internal police guidelines may suggest identifying potential risk, those policies do not take precedence over the law here. The officer appears to have difficulty accepting that a member of the public can decline to answer a question when it's entirely optional.
Anything really.
Just not asking why are you taking pictures?
I like taking pictures.
What?
I like taking pictures.
You like taking pictures?
Yeah.
Why are you taking pictures of the vehicles at the front of the training centre?
Because I can.
No, I know you can. I'm just wondering what your interest is in them.
What's your interest in my interest?
Well, there are vehicles and I just want to know why you're taking pictures. Like, what's your reason for it?
Because I like taking pictures.
Of people's cars?
Of anything I want.
All right, what's your name?
What's your name?
My name's Susie Berry. What's your name?
I'm not telling you my name.
That's absolutely fine. There's obviously one an interest into why you're taking pictures of vehicles and why you're taking pictures of the centre. I know you said you like taking pictures, but there's obviously other things in the world that you could take pictures of.
You alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah. Oh, Sergeant.
At this point, she repeats the same line of questioning, unwilling to accept the response she's been given. For detention under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, there must usually be clear, objective ground for suspicion, not simply irritation. Being curious isn't unlawful. By dismissing "I enjoy photography" as a legitimate explanation, she's introducing tension into a situation that didn't require it.
I told you why I'm taking pictures.
Would you like taking
Are you
pictures?
stupid?
Well, I'm not stupid.
Well, I've just told you. I've just told you and you keep asking the same question.
Right, okay.
It is unusual behaviour, like to be.
Is it unusual? It's not unusual to me, is it? It's usual to me.
Because of the nature
Because I do
of
it a
our
lot.
job and what we do.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, we're going to ask questions of why you're taking pictures, aren't we? If you're taking pictures of a tree, I wouldn't care.
So what's the answer that you want? What's the answer that you
I
want?
want to know why you're taking pictures.
Because I like taking pictures.
Right, okay. I'm not going to get any further with this, am I?
What is the answer that you want?
Well, obviously, it's not because you like taking pictures, because why would you come down to a police training centre and take pictures of vehicles?
Because I wanted to.
Right, okay, that's absolutely fine. See you then.
I'm not going anywhere.
You're just going to stand in front of our gate then for the day?
I do.
Alright, well, I'm going to go back in and do my work.
Yeah, you're going to have a cup of tea, love. You do nothing else.
Cheers, mate. Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.
This is a point where professional standards begin to slip. Policing guidelines call for respect and courtesy at all times, regardless of the situation. When an officer turns to personal insults, it often suggests they no longer have a solid legal footing to rely on. Watching a public official lose composure so quickly over a camera is difficult to ignore. Stay with us, because the situation escalates further. A sergeant soon comes out and disregards those same professional expectations, directing comments of the auditor's appearance, including remarks about his tan and eyebrows that teed that stage. The interaction becomes noticeably personal.
Oh, by the way, which one's your car?
Which one's my car?
Yeah.
Nice one.
Which one is it though?
I'm going to tell you that now, yeah?
Why?
Why am I going to tell you that?
Well, you've asked me personal questions.
Silly, really, isn't it? Someone who's going to take photos of the car.
Well, I've taken pictures of them all anyway.
I know you have. I'll tell you which one it is, are we?
You're not. Oh, you've put your boots on and your trousers have gone inside.
All right. Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for that. Yeah, it's fine.
Military style.
Military style.
Yeah. You're not in the military though, are you?
I'm not, no.
No. Just
as
think.
you can see, it's only one. The left one, yeah,
Exactly.
the right one's pretty normal.
You know what they call that? Scran bag.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do us a favour, mate, get off our property. You know, I'm on private property.
Am I?
So can you, yeah, there's a gate there, look, a lock gate.
There's no sign saying it's private
Leave the
property.
Well, I'm telling you now, can you leave the property, please?
Yeah, we'll leave, yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
I am.
Thank you. Leave the property, please, mate.
Have you got blood pressure problems?
No, not at all.
Well, you will have if you...
Another officer steps in, and the tone shifts instantly. The level of hostility rises as soon as he arrives. He appears to open with a personal remark, using language that comes across as insulting from the outset. This reflects an approach driven more by ego than professionalism. Rather than calming things down, he enters a situation already confrontational. That kind of response increases risk instead of reducing it, and can erode public confidence almost immediately.
Leave property when you're taking photos of cars, which you can probably understand is a pretty reasonable request to stay off the property.
There's no sign saying it's private property though,
You
is
can
there?
see it's a gate, so you can assume it's not, you've got no access.
I can't remember the section now. Publicly accessible, isn't it?
Well, you're not coming in, so Simple as that. You're acting suspiciously, you're taking photos, and then trying to walk into somewhere you have no right to be. So,
give us a smile.
There's a smile.
See, if you smile, your blood pressure will come down.
My blood pressure is absolutely fine. I'm just.
But you're going all red. You're going all red.
That's me tan from the holidays. Look.
People go brown.
I do go brown. Look.
Your face is going red though.
They insist that he must leave. While those in control of the property can withdraw implied access to certain areas, basic trespass is usually a civil issue, not something for police involvement unless there's a risk of a breach of the peace. The officer's reaction shows clear frustration, suggesting he's taking the situation personally. It comes across as though his actions are being driven more by emotion than by any clearly defined legal authority.
She's gone brown, look. That's fake though, isn't it?
Right,
is that injector, Tam?
Or
sunbeds?
Because we're getting nowhere here. But do us a favour.
Pardon?
Stay off the property. Don't come back on. Okay? That's fair enough. And then you can do whatever you want on.
Well, you'll have to keep an eye on me, won't you? Make sure I don't.
Well, if you do, then you're coming on to where you're not meant to be, aren't you?
You what?
This moment is difficult to watch. A uniformed officer begins making remarks about the individual's appearance, including comments about his tan and even his blood pressure. This behavior moves away from professional conduct and into something far less appropriate. Effective policing is grounded in the use of lawful authority, not personal ridicule. When someone resorts to mockery, it can suggest an attempt to provoke a reaction when no clear grounds for enforcement exist.
You come on, you're being somewhere you're not meant to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Why, what would you do if I come on?
Well, if you do come on, I would say what's the appropriate action?
Like what? Like what? Ask me to leave again? I think you'll find trespass is a civil matter. By the way, this is police property, owned by the government, which is owned by the people.
Well,
hey!
Does it?
Yeah. If the gates are open, it's publicly accessible.
You need formal ID, which you haven't got, and you're not even willing to tell us who.
How do you know I've not got ID?
Because you're not even telling us who you are. But you know, if you want to come in here, you need formal ID, and you haven't got it.
But I can step through there if I want.
Well, we just shut the gates. Probably easier, isn't it? At the end of the day, you're not coming any further. If you keep carrying on, mate, do what you need to do. But
I am doing what I need to do. Taking pictures. Which one's your car?
The auditor makes an important distinction. Even though the site is owned by the government, trespass in this context is still generally treated as a civil matter. The officer struggles to point to any specific legal power, instead falling back on statements like closing the gates. That response highlights a lack of clear authority behind the demand. Understanding the law becomes a strong safeguard in situations like this, especially when faced with uncertainty or pressure.
I'll tell you which one's your car. Which one's your car?
Which one's mine?
Yeah.
I'm on a bike today.
All right, okay. Right, see you later.
We've fueled your attention enough now. Go and have some.
Yeah, go and get your eyebrows done again, yeah? I don't think they're quite even. Go and get your eyebrows done again. They're not even. It's not a personal insult, it's a bit of advice. It's a bit of advice. And Sarge, sort them boots out with your trousers, yeah?
The exchange closes with one last remark targeting the auditor's eyebrows. Looking back, 3 key issues stand out. Attempt to gather identification without proper authority, a clear loss of composure, and a misunderstanding of how trespass law applies. Situations like this can quickly create an us versus them atmosphere, something the public shouldn't be experiencing from those meant to save them. When personal pride takes priority over professional standards, confidence in policing is affected. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the sergeant's language warrants disciplinary action? Subscribe for more real-world breakdowns and analysis. This content is for educational purposes only and should not be taken as legal advice. Always refer to your local law for accurate guidance. Peace out.